lot of people want to change, such as going to the gym, but they don't know what to work out for. Some will focus on training for performance and strength, while some focus on training for aesthetics. Now, I'll be talking about two training styles primarily: aesthetics training and functionality training. These topics are important because as a beginner, knowing what to train for really helps in your fitness goals. So first, I'll talk about why people will train for functionality. Next, I'll talk about why people will want to train for aesthetics. So, functionality training, what is it? Functionality training is essentially doing real life movements or like compound movements that better help you out in daily life. And for example, bicep curls, which only focus on the biceps. Based off National Library of Medicine, an official United States website, on September 14, 2022, an editorial regarding on functional fitness and performance by Soriano states that functional fitness is not only benefits athletes, but the general population also. It's been found to increase strength, power, endurance, and stamina, which are all important aspects on their own. Now, to train this way, you could do, for example, deadlifts, squats, pull-ups, dips, essentially multi-joint movements, which are the most bang for the buck and also save time. So it's kind of win-win really. And it seems pretty good to train for. How maybe you may not look the best, which brings me to my next point. As a guy, you see maybe another person who's like way leaner than you, has like abs, and has that V-taper and super shredded. And apparently, you can also do compound movements, such as what I listed earlier. So essentially, that makes him both strong and look strong also. And that means he get girls pretty basic. That's why when you look around at the gym, you're probably gonna see older people training this type of style too. Training for aesthetics, which also keeps them in good health because they look strong and they're healthy for most people their age. That brings me to mention another resource. Former professional bodybuilder, best-selling author, and his fitness coach by Sean Naliwanji, who's written an article in June 5th, 2022, which he states the benefits of aesthetics training while boosting your confidence and helping you look better in your own skin, which is a big human insecurity, and aesthetics training really helps counter that insecurity. Now, I also do want to mention another source that will really show the benefits of aesthetics training from BMC Sports Science Medicine and Rehabilitation in January 3rd, 2025. Also mentioned that functional training is pretty overrated sometimes, and you can experience similar benefits with other training styles. Now, I'm not saying aesthetic training is bad. However, there are other styles that will work for whatever your goals are. Now, that does bring it back to a full circle and kind of wonders like, how should you be training for, or what are your training style? So we know that training for functionality is probably more for like athletes, for example, or people who are like performing at the higher level. However, same thing could be said for aesthetics. You'd be performing at like bodybuilding stages, or you could be a social media fitness influencer, or just a guy that want to look good and feel better in their own skin, which is not a bad feeling. Now, each training style has their own benefits, as I said earlier, but it is up to your personal preferences on what you want in life. Ultimately, a person's fitness journey is unique, and that you have the power to change your body and determine your goals. Thank you.